Hey, friends. Okay. We've been playing around with technology, and so I thought my camera was going to be on my laptop, but it's actually right here next to my laptop, so it's a little bit odd. So I'm going to try to look here at you instead of over here. I'm just going to wait a minute to see if anyone arrives. Oh, we have some people here. If you, on the right hand of your screen, there should be a little chat bar. And if you could let me know you're here, that would be great. It looks like there are 3 people here. I just want to make sure you can hear me. And so I'll be looking back and forth between this camera and my screen. And I don't want to spend too much time on that, but I do want to know you're here. Great. Okay. Good to see you. So I had already had the seasonal journal planned, and then the world changed, as you know. And so I think we're all just kind of finding our sea legs here as we move through this time that is different than anything we've ever experienced. So I'm really glad you're here. And I see another person has joined us. If you can tell me who you are in the comments, that'd be great. If not, that's fine too. I'm just happy you're here. So we are going to start with just a little exercise, and you don't have to have a ball of any kind. You can use your hands, but it's kind of nice. I find it to be a helpful thing to have something besides my hands. So I'm going to just have them, but if you don't have anything like that, no worries at all. This is a practice that I learned when kind of dealing with intestinal issues for a very long time, and I used it for that. And during this time, you might be having the opposite problem. So it's more for, kind of getting the digestion moving. You might not necessarily want to do that right now. So in that case, we'll just be really gentle. But if you have a place to lean back or lie down, I'm actually going to bring my onto my fainting couch. And because if you have a little bit of a lean back, you can have the hands on the belly and just rest the hands on the belly and let the eyes close. And just feel maybe a heartbeat, maybe some energy underneath your hands, some warmth underneath your hands. And let your eyes close. And we'll do everything that we can to just come back to this center of the body, the center of intuition and instinct. People think intuition is up here, and I think a lot of us have been up here in the last week or so. But for me, the more I can get down into the gut center, into the body center, the better. So just breathing into the belly, and with each inhale, softening the muscles of the belly. And feel everything kind of deflate as you exhale. And you can just stay here and breathe with the hands right on the belly. If you're feeling those little butterflies, the kind of nerves that might be coming up, you could just have a soft, just taking one palm, and like you would the belly of a baby, of a child, just circling around the navel, comforting your own self. See if that feels comforting to you. And the third option might be to take some kind of a round object and just roll it softly around, just to soften the muscles of the belly and to become aware of this center, right? And so the practice I learned before is we started in the low right hip and moved up under the ribs and down, and then got closer and closer to the navel. And you can do this with your hands as well. But I would say today, maybe we don't want to do so much poking and prodding, just a soft, comforting gesture, hand on belly, coming to this place of knowing. This is where our knowing comes from. This is where when we see a stranger on the street, we know whether they are a friendly stranger or not. If we can trust our intuition, we can feel that in our belly. And just have a few breaths here. And you can keep your eyes closed and keep your hand right where it is. Just let it softly rest on your belly. I'm going to read you a little quote here. This is from Parker Palmer, who has written some really beautiful books and has a blog on the On Being website. Just such a wonderful human being. He said, "Spring teaches me to look more carefully for the green stems of possibility, for the intuitive hunch that may turn into a larger insight, for the glance or touch that may thaw a frozen relationship, for the stranger's act of kindness that makes the world seem hospitable again." And I didn't know how appropriate that this quote would be. So, thank you for being here. I see someone else has joined us. So that was the quote. And if you aren't getting the emails, you can still sign up for the seasonal journal if you want to receive more writing prompts that you can just kind of work with as, over the next week or so. You can get those by going to hollyholt.com/the seasonal journal, and you can sign up to get those. We're just going to write to one of the prompts today. And so if your eyes haven't opened, you can let your eyes open. And so my question to you, that we're going to just take this quote, and I'm going to set a timer on my phone so that we can write for just 10 minutes and write together whatever comes to you, whatever you're inspired to write is exactly what needs to be written right now. And so the question is for you, what is my intuition? What is this, my instinct, my body? What is it telling me right now? What does it need? What does it feel like to trust that intuition? So what is my intuition telling me right now? What do I need? And so we'll write for 10 minutes. I'm going to set a timer. And I will write with you. Okay. Wow, this is almost 20 minutes. So if you're still writing, please keep writing. Finish what you need to finish. I'm just going to chat for a minute. I don't know about you, but I had a little cat show here while I was writing. So if you enjoyed that, maybe I'll stay here tomorrow for our session, or I might move it into another room, sans cats. So you can let me know in the comments, or in you can email me at holly@hollyholt.com. I would love to receive anything that you have to give, any insights. So even if you don't write anything else the rest of the day, if we just get together once a day and we write for 10 minutes, then how amazing is that? You have written for 10 minutes, and guess what? That makes you a writer and someone who is willing to go there. So, I have some comments here. Okay, I will write the questions in the chat. Yes, so tomorrow I will write the question in the chat because I know our brains are a little overwhelmed. So thank you for that suggestion, Miss Michelle. And okay, for now, and we have thumbs up for the cats. Okay, so cats it is. Hope to see you tomorrow. And yes, thank you so much for being here.